This is the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera Original, and this is my rig. Hey guys, I'm Nate Brewer, and today I'm going to be breaking down my Pocket Cinema Camera rig. For starters, I absolutely love this camera. The image it produces is so unique and organic, and for the price, you just can't beat it. However, there are quite a few quirks with the camera, so in order to get the most out of it, you kinda have to rig it out. The battery life is horrible. The screen is tiny, dim, and can't articulate. There's absolutely no internal stabilization in the camera. The micro HDMI port is insanely fragile, and the sensor's tiny and has an insane crop factor. But this rig solves these issues, so let's get into it. Links to all the gear are in the description. For starters, I went with the View Factor Continuo cage. On top of the cage, I have a NATO rail for my top handle, a cold shoe mount for my mic, and a cheese bar mounted on the side for my cable lock. I've also got a Manfrotto quick release plate on the bottom. Next, we can add a lens. Now I'm using the Metabones EF to Micro Four Thirds speed booster to mitigate the insane crop and to mount my Sigma 18-35. I absolutely love this lens, and paired with this camera, it's fantastic. Next, we'll need a camera base plate and 15mm rods. I went with this small rig base plate with the Manfrotto quick release system on it to give a little bit of distance between the lens and the rods. Now I also wanted to keep the rig from being absolutely massive, so I went with 8-inch rods. From here we can add the battery plate. I built this custom one to keep things small. All it is a 15mm rod mount, a cheese plate, and a super tiny V-mount plate. The battery I went with is the KameTV Mini 99. It's super affordable, tiny V-mount battery. I absolutely love it, and it can power my setup all day long. Next we can add a top handle. The one I went with is this one from Small Rig. It feels great, and the NATO mount is super convenient. I'm using this monitor mount from Small Rig to mount my Adamus Shinobi. This monitor is great if you're on a budget. It's super lightweight and has an awesome touchscreen. It's not the best monitor in the world, but it gets the job done for me. To remove stress from the camera's micro HDMI port, I'm using this cable lock from Small Rig. Why, you might ask? Well, one day I pulled out my camera and found this. I have nightmares to this day. From here we can add a focus wheel. Now this isn't an absolutely essential piece of gear, but it makes pulling focus way smoother and way easier. For audio, I'm using the Rode Video Micro plugged into the camera's audio jack. Now the audio isn't as good as a modern mirrorless camera, but it's way better than the built-in mic, and it's still totally usable. And finally, we'll attach the matte box. Why is it there? Because it's cool. Enough said. So this is the completed rig. It weighs in at about 8 pounds, which could be viewed as a con, but I actually like it because it allows for smoother, more organic handheld footage. Now this is definitely not a very good run and gun setup, but you can use it for that. Actually, this is what I shoot 100% of everything on, whether that's a short film or chasing kids around the backyard. So, you can make it work. If you want to build the rig for yourself, it's gonna cost about 1,700 bucks, not including lens and camera. You can go cheaper than that, you can go more expensive than that, whatever you want to do. It's taken about 2 years, but I finally have a fully functional pocket cinema camera. Thank you so much for watching this video. It means a lot to me. If you liked it, feel free to consider subscribing for more content like it. If you got any questions, feel free to hit me up in the comments. Hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna do one more and pray it's good. And then on the bottom, I've got a Manfrotto quick release plate. Word. Next, we'll need what? What will we need? I don't know. Now, I also wanted to keep the rig from being absolutely massive, so I built this custom one to keep me. Wow. Next, we can add a monitor. Nope, we can't. It isn't. It's not isn't going to be, it just isn't. Plugged into the what? Into the what? Next, we'll need a camera base plate. ...